into the math of how you work this out. Like, I think what you got to do is say, where does Ben Roethlisberger fall on your top 10 quarterbacks? Right. So where do you rank him? Then where does Le'Veon Bell rank in your top 10 running backs? Where does Brown rank on your top 10 receivers? And I think you probably have to, given that you've thrown Jimmy Graham in amongst receivers, you then have to kind of do some addition and say, okay, if Ben Roethlisberger, let's say he's your third, I think he is your third best quarterback in the NFL.
Second.
That's what second. Okay, so he gets 9 points, right? So we'll give Roethlisberger 9 points. Bell is your best running back in the NFL?
Yes.
In your mind? Okay, so he gets...
Oh, my God.
Why did that... Why? That's insane, Bucky.
Oh, my gosh.
To say Le'Veon Bell is
fanboy.
It has nothing to do with fanboy.
And I like Le'Veon Bell.
Why is that fanboy if it also is the truth? Le'Veon Bell... I mean, really, you don't think Le'Veon Bell is... Oh, yeah, I gotta rub my eyes. I can't believe it. What does that even mean?
We're not even finished here,
Le'Veon Bell isn't ridiculous.
I want to hear where Dave says Antonio Brown is the what number receiver?
I mean, if I were starting a team, if I were starting an NFL team.
Just answer the question that I asked. I didn't ask about you. I'm not giving you an NFL franchise.
There are different ways to answer that question. If I were starting a team, I would have either Calvin Johnson or Des Bryant. But who's been the best receiver the last 2 years? I mean, it's beyond doubt that it's Antonio
How
Brown.
are we judging best? We judging best strictly by the numbers?
In this case, yes, but not necessarily.
I mean, largely in terms of production, yeah. But if you're talking system, if you're gonna ding certain guys
what's
about
convenient, Bucky, is the answer to that question.
I'm just asking.
How many times do the Cowboys throw the ball versus how many times the Steelers throw the ball? Des Bryant gets more chances.
Oh, the Steelers scored more than the Cowboys.
All right. Well, in 2014, actually, that's true.
And Des Bryant had 16 touchdowns.
So I just to like go back to the actual math of how Dave is doing this. Out of a possible 30 points, the Steelers scored 29.
That's correct.
Right.
That's
how you rank them. I just want to make
I don't understand why. But you're the two of you.
I'm not doing any. All I'm doing is I'm like literally putting things on the chalkboard.
Do you agree with Bucky?
I don't necessarily agree with your rankings.
All right. Well, tell me where I'm wrong. Who should be number one then?
Well, I'm saying I don't agree with your rank. I don't know, because I would like to. If we're going to do that way, then I would like to do the math.
The rankings are the rankings. Read them.
I would put the
I don't care.
I would put the packet. I would rather have. I'd rank Aaron Rodgers way higher than Ben Roethlisberger. So let's say you rank Roethlisberger as number 2, and therefore we have to assign him 9 points.
When I just did those rankings a few weeks ago, I put Rodgers in a tier.
Right, so we would have to assign him, like, instead of 10 points, you might assign him 12 points. Right?
I hear you.
And so then Eddie Lacy compared to Le'Veon Bell, I think Le'Veon Bell is probably but I don't think it makes up that full full 3-point difference. And then Jordy Nelson versus Antonio Brown, I think they come out pretty much even.
A wash.
But I would rather have
Antonio Brown and Jordy Nelson are a wash.
But wait, because I would the total is a wash, but I would rather Aaron Rodgers is going to make that thing work better than Ben Roethlisberger makes his thing work.
Well, I mean, I out of context, I don't know what to make about that.
It's hard for fanboy to put aside.
It has nothing. I mean, shame on you.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard for you to. It's hard for you to like.
The good news is you didn't put. It's not me putting the Dolphins number 1 and trying to like you've got a very good case.
You've created here's what you've done.
What?
You said here's what you have to do. You have to assign
numbers,
individual rankings within their position.
Right.
But then the reason you're saying the Packers over the Steelers is because you're messing with your own system, saying, well, it's not enough to say that Aaron Rodgers is the best. Well, I have to give him additional points.
You just told me he's on a tier of his own.
That's why you can't use your method. That's why you got to dig deeper.
We're working this out.
It's not just about this. It's about this. It's about this.
What's that got to do with it?
It's my gut. Well, my gut tells me, you see.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean,
guess what your gut's telling you every time?
The trio, I still think that you can make the argument that the Seattle Seahawks deserve to be up there.
Well, you can make a lot of arguments. Can you?
I wouldn't make that. I would not make that. I would not make that one.
I would because in my estimation, Marshawn Lynch is better than Le'Veon Bell. Jimmy Graham is better to me than Antonio Brown.
But
what you're saying about Big Ben and Russell Wilson, like in the rankings that we just had with the quarterbacks, you had Big Ben at 2, I had Russell at 4. So according to your points, or whatever.
Wait a second.
He's still gonna put him right there.
I mean, but Bucky's argument seems to ride on that they're all these faceless. Most people out there think Marshawn Lynch is better than Le'Veon Bell, which I disagree with.